What's good, guys? Welcome to another video, and as you can see from the title of this video, today we're gonna be talking about why you have not beaten your addictions yet. Guys, I've been in this, I've walked this path, I've beaten my bad habits, and after getting out of it, I realized, oh boy, this is huge. This is actually huge, right? I've gained a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience throughout this journey. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is that you need in order to overcome your addictions, your bad habits. What bad habits will do. Bad habits are like a cloud behind your higher self, behind your purpose, okay? And this is exactly what it looks like. Now, excuse me, I'm not the best drawer, okay? But I'm still going to give you an actual animation to show what's going on here. Right, this right here, these are your low vibe, right, low vibrational habits. These are your low vibrational habits. This cloud, that's you. I don't know if you have this haircut. It would be nice if you do, because it looks pretty nice, but I do understand that the majority of people don't have this haircut. Anyway, this is you, all right? And within yourself, you start to understand, and you know within yourself that there's more. There's a better you, there's more potential within yourself. It's just something you see, right? But actually, you can't see it, you can't feel it, because that's the potential right here. But there's this little ray, right? This little ray on the side, and you're just able to see that bit. You're just able to see that little ray. So there is already a awareness within yourself that's like, yo, what am I doing? Why am I in such low energy? Why am I not living up to my potential? Why am I in such low vibes all the time? It's very simple, because the habits that you are doing, the habits that you are indulging in on a day-to-day basis are of low vibration, low energy. As we know, everything in this whole freaking universe is made out of energy, okay? Things vibrate at a certain rate. Certain habits, certain actions vibrate, certain thoughts vibrate at a certain rate. If you continue to act out the same low vibrational habits, right, you're simply in a low state of vibration, right? Your vibration, your energy is very low. When you're in a low vibration, you are not able, and you're not able to tap in to a high vibration right here. When you're in this high vibration, which starts to happen when you start to get rid of these habits, where's my thing? Here. When you get rid of this shit, you get rid of it, okay? You go right through here, right? You feel amazing. You feel great. You feel the way you know deep down inside you can feel when you want to feel. But these freaking habits are holding you back, right? So that's just a little illustration. These habits, they are like a freaking wall in front of your potential, in front of your high energy, your best possible self. Right? And if you're watching this video, you know this, you're aware of this, but I just want to tell you again because it's true. And it's true from my own experience. When you just get rid of all the low vibrational shit in your life, right? You don't need to do anything, because you just step into your natural state, because your natural state is that of a high vibrational being. And guys, if you're actually serious about all this, right? You want to actually change your habits. You want to find fulfillment. You want to change your limiting beliefs so you can get here. To this freaking powerful self you know you can be, this strong masculine man you know that's inside of you, but now you just feel shame and guilt all the time. I'm launching a 6-week beta program, right? This is a first-off program, huge discount. If you're interested, you can check it out in the description link down below in order to apply and see if we're a good fit. So right now what we're going to be doing, I'm going to give you some awareness, right? I'm going to give you some points of view to look at this that you've most likely never ever looked at before. Right? It's more than just changing your environment and doing the practical things. Those things are great, okay? But here I'm going to, we need to get a layer deeper. We need to get deeper than just changing your environment, doing the practical things, because it is deeper, okay? And when we're able to get to the root cause, things happen effortlessly. This is what happened for myself, guys. Once I started to do this and I started to do the inner work, everything fell off, easily. No willpower needed. No willpower needed, no daily trying needed and remembering I shouldn't be doing this, right? It just fell off as smooth as you can even imagine. I just lost all interest in these low vibe shitty habits. And what that resulted in, guys, was a energy, a power, and a drive within myself that I wasn't aware of, simply by getting rid of all that stuff, okay? Here, I want you to understand something. Sense pleasure creates more sense pleasure. What I mean with this, if you start to indulge in a bad habit, because this is how the mind works. When you indulge in a bad habit, you seek pleasure in any way, shape, and form. What that will do is that it will make the desire for more pleasure even more. You are literally starting to become a slave to your own desires, because that is what happens when you fulfill a pleasure, right? An urge, right? When you start to have an urge to eat junk food, right? You eat the junk foods. What you do is you condition your mind to create even more of that urge. It will never ever satisfy you. And at a point, you are in the mercy of that urge. You can apply this to any activity you're doing. Maybe you're smoking, maybe you're drinking, maybe you're watching way too much of the dirty websites. It cannot satisfy you just for a blink moment, but the more you indulge, the more you become a slave to it. You will never, ever crave satisfaction through chasing and actually fulfilling your sense pleasure. No, you actually become a slave to it, okay? That's something to understand. Now, the big thing here is that the ego, that's the thing that's in the way. No, your ego is not bad. No, your ego is not good. Your ego, very simply put, is the mental activity of claiming. It's the mental activity of saying, I did that, I'm bad, I'm good, I'm this, I'm that. It's duality, right? When we look more in the spiritual, it's the dual mind, right? It's never good. And what I mean with this is you are damned either way. What I mean with this, guys, is, there's an example. You're on the couch, right? You are on the couch, you are very bored. And right, it's the boredom. It's the boredom that kicks in. Boredom is a very uncomfortable feeling. So what happens when we feel bored? We seek a certain amount of sense pleasure, right? That's what the mind craves. So maybe you start playing video games, or you start to smoke, or you start to open the laptop and watch the dirty websites, right? No matter what you do, whether you choose to open a dirty website or you choose to not do it, you're damned either way, because one, you have to suffer from the boredom, right, of not doing it. That's suffering. Or you have to suffer from the guilt and shame that follows, right, by doing the activity. Both are your ego. You cannot win. You see, you cannot win this game, and that's something you want to be aware of. Because what happens if you do it? The ego will throw a whole tantrum at you, telling you how horrible you are and how you feel again and how you're just a useless piece of shit. Right? Now, if you don't do it, you feel bored and you're like, oh, I gotta do something. Man, I feel so annoyed. I feel bored. There's no winning here. That's why, guys, how do you get out of this? How can you get out of this literal game of not being able to win, right? Because that's something you want to understand. If you're playing this game here, you cannot win. You're doomed, you're damned either way, right? So that's just something to understand. The mind craves constant stimulation, okay? You cannot win if you continue to be identified with the mind and your thoughts, okay? So I'm going to be giving you all the tools now that I've learned on my own journey that has helped me overcome this, nothing else, all right? So these are the tools. The tools are self-inquiry, meditation, stillness, and acceptance, okay? What I mean with self-inquiry, doing the inner work and the inner observation within yourself to actually observe this crazy voice. You want to observe this insane little thing, because once you truly do the inner work, the self-inquiry, and actually start to ask yourself what's going on within myself, you start to realize that this little voice, this ego, it's just like a little child constantly screaming, right? You want to observe it and not identify it, because this is not who you are. This is just an activity of the mind, right? If we go back to what is the ego, it's an activity of the mind. This is an activity of the mind. You are not the mind. You are not your thoughts and you are not your emotions. You are the one observing all of this, right? So if you're able to observe the ego, if you're able to observe the boredom, the urge when it kicks in the moment itself, you want to just sit with it, right? You want to observe it and you want to sit with it in stillness, right? Sit with it, right? Like move to your breath. Become aware of your breath. Become aware of what you're feeling. How does the boredom feel? How does that feel? Because what you will notice over time, all emotions and thoughts are like clouds. They come and they go, right? They come and they go. Every emotion and thought will come and go. Once you are through the boredom or through the exact thing you're escaping with seeking pleasure, right? Normally you seek pleasure, but now you sit in the boredom or the anxiety or the stress of not doing anything because that's uncomfortable, because that's what you're normally escaping. right? Sit through it and observe what it actually is until it moves out of the way. And now you're like, wow, I overcame this urge. But what starts happening, guys, over time, you become more and more comfortable with this. You become more and more comfortable with sitting with this emotion. And over time, it will run out of fuel, right? Because awareness is literally the eradicator of these emotions, because you're just watching it. You're no longer giving it the fuel it needs. Your fuel, right? What is the fuel? It's the awareness. It's your attention towards that specific thing, okay? So guys, I truly hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to take this a step further, you can check out more details about the coaching program that I'm about to launch in the description link down below. I'm only taking on 10 people, and yes, it has a huge discount right now because this is the first certain coaching program that I'm actually launching. If you're interested, guys, check it out down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.